Hola, me llamo Diana Das. Today I will be speaking to you about the decreased literacy levels in Mexican immigrants. This is an issue because we oftentimes don't know if we are talking to them or if we're just talking at them. Let's first define what literacy is. Literacy is the ability to read and write. In America, we place high value on the ability to read and write and oftentimes attribute this to being educated or non-educated. It is important to understand how to overcome these literacy barriers when working with illiterate clients, both English-speaking and non-English-speaking. We also need to consider that this may not be a problem with education, more so as translation. El problema. Mexicans are the largest immigrant group in the United States. 75% of all Mexican immigrants aged 5 and older report speaking limited English. Yo no hablo inglés bien. No high school diploma is typically the cause of the decreased literacy. In Mexico, they do not place a high emphasis on graduating high school, and when they move here, they simply just get jobs in the field or construction. El resultado. Patients are not fully comprehending the teachings or comprende la información we are giving them. Patients with low literacy levels may not be able to analyze new information nor be able to put it into effect. This increases the chance of non-compliance with the plan of care or plan de atención. La solución. If possible, we need to evaluate the patient's literacy level prior to providing care by using tools such as the SMOG. If we're unable to use this formal evaluation tool, as I know nurses are very busy, some patients may exhibit typical behaviors to hide this inability to read. Examples of these behaviors include inability to find glasses, gafas del ojo, or being late for appointments because they were unable to follow the travel directions. A decreased literacy level often results in the inability to correctly read a map, for instance, the hospital map and how to get to a certain area in the hospital. We want to use spoken and written language at or below a 5th grade level with most of these clients to broaden the group of clients that we are able to teach to. Even if this is in the native language of the patient, we cannot assume that they can read at higher than a 5th grade level. We want to speak in short, simple sentences. And we want to use examples or por ejemplo and pictures or photos if they clarify, claro, the information being given. We want to avoid medical jargon. Even with our English-speaking patients, we have a hard time doing this, but we certainly want to avoid this medical jargon with our native or foreign patients as well. We want to include only key points or información de importante and avoid going too in-depth with certain topics, for this will just cause confusion. We want to always follow up the end of our teaching with those key points as well. And we want to assess comprehension of the information taught by asking for the patient to repeat back the information that we taught to them in their own words. This may be hard for them and they may not understand you saying repeat back to me. So repetir la información a mí, por favor, is something that we could remember to say to these patients if possible. If not, repetir and repeat are similar in both languages. Lastly, we want to use an interpreter if you are uncomfortable speaking with the native language to the patient. We don't want to assume that because this patient is nodding their head or smiling that they understand what you are saying. This may just be a cultural norm to just smile and nod, to show that you are listening to this person when indeed they're listening to you, they're just not understanding you. So we may need to tell them es necesario, para mí tiene el intérprete. And I have wrote down a few phrases for you that you may be able to write down on an index card and place in the back of your badge. Just simple phrases that are professional for us. So certainly when we want to introduce ourselves to our patients, and we could do this by saying, hola, mi nombre es, or hi, my name is. If you're a nurse, obviously you want to say yo soy enfermera, I am a nurse. And we certainly want to introduce whoever is with us and most times that would be the doctor, so we would want to say este es la doctora. This is the doctor. Now, to kind of gauge if this person can speak English or not, you can simply ask, ¿Habla usted inglés? Or do you speak English? Or even more so, if you're going to be teaching them and giving them handouts, ¿Puede usted leer inglés? Can you read English? If they say sí, yes, or no, no, you can then determine if you need to give them printed handouts in English or in Spanish. For me personally, I do read Spanish better than I can speak it or listen to it. So for me, a printed handout in Spanish, if I were in a Spanish-speaking country, would be much better than someone trying to teach it to me verbally. Tiene dolor. Very important. We do want to assess pain with all of our patients, and this is a simple way to ask, do you have pain? Or ¿Dónde le duele? Where does it hurt? And usually when you ask someone where it hurts, they will point to the indicated area. And we always are helping people, so ¿Puede ayudarle? Would be, can I help you? And we do give medications, and I wish I could go more into depth on what to say other than take this medicine, please. But tomar el medicamentos, por favor. And we certainly want to assess if they've comprehended or what we've told them, or if they have any questions regarding what we taught them. So we could say comprende or cuestiones. And these are my references. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it wasn't too long. But what I really wanted you to take away from this was that we just need to be very cautious to not just talk to patients, but talk with them and make sure they're understanding what we say, because they are in an unfamiliar area with people speaking an unknown language all around them, and I'm sure it can be frightening and a bit confusing at times. Hope you all enjoy and have a great day.